How are we doing, folks? It's, oh my God, it's Monday night. And it's audio here for you listening tonight. Yeah, chuck that up to me being a bad person, having family issues and their problems.
Excuses.
Yeah. I like you too, Will. So, we are here, we are ready, and we are primed for Matt Smith's outing in the Destiny of the Doctor range, read by Jenna Coleman. Except no, kiddies, she's not playing Clara Oswald. She's playing Alice Watson, and the game is well and truly afoot as this university physics student and her mentor, good old Chivers, set about doing an H.G. Wells and creating a time machine. But unfortunately, the background is a nefarious Creevix, played by Nick Briggs, beetle-like entities eating the universe, and they are running amok. And this ties everything up of this 11-part set in a nice little bow. Oh, thanks to Bob Dylan, a big tube, and quite a few other things. What do you think about this tale? Well, you're about to find out. Before we get to that, let's get to this. It's your panel for this evening. Joining us from Mass, she's usually up in the forest, so it's green in the background. It's Sue. How's it going, Sue?
Good.
Good to
Go
see
Red
you.
Sox.
Well, yeah, but if you like. And all the way from Tottenham, freshly faced after seeing Jarrell meet his maker, it's Philip. How's it going, Phil?
The White Walkers! Hello.
Yeah, not bad, comes my black guy. And all the way from NYC, it's Mr. Will Medina. How goes it, Will?
Hey now, fuck you Giants and your fucking draft picks.
Yes, it's the NFL draft again, and everybody's team's fucking up. And all the way from Techico, he has a beard that must be feared. Texas Timwell, how's it going, Timbo?
How you doing?
How you doing, mate? Good to see you. Yeah, so, yeah, guys, as I say, sorry to drag you here on the Mondays, but circumstances dictate. Let's get down to this little ditty, shall we? Let's see. Opening thoughts. Philip, opening thoughts on the time machine. Jenna Coleman as Alice Watson. Do tell.
Right. I barely remember this story because as I was listening to it, it just got bogged down with lots of things going on and lots of
Well, it did
time.
have an 11-part arc to wrap up, to be fair, Phil. That's how you've got to pay attention, you know. But
Yeah, that's true. So I did lose my way in it. I'll be honest. I lost my way in it, and but it was nice to have Jenna Coleman, you know, do an audio for once. She's never done one before, so this was a nice little outing for her.
well, unless something changes, this will be our only one, but that's neither here nor there. That's a story for a different day.
Sure. I will say again, I don't even remember what the story's about. I know it's a time machine thing.
Yeah.
I kept thinking, did someone steal the TARDIS? But it's not about the TARDIS. It's about someone else building a time machine. So yeah. And then there's alien creatures. I don't understand the creatures. I don't understand what they were.
They're from a side universe, and they feed
So
on the entity of time.
So basically, when the time machine was operated, it broke a seal in the fabric of time, and these creatures came through.
If you like. Oh, somebody.
That's Tim.
Tim went AWOL.
He'll be back.
Anybody want to help Philip with that there? What their take on that?
From what it was, there was somebody from the future. I think
it was Chivers.
From the time agent.
Yeah.
From the celestial.
When he went back, he accidentally sort of like crash landed, and then that's why his vehicle was the inspiration that was
For the
the
time
message
machine.
for the time machine for the professor to create one himself. He thinks that his future self is sending him the floor plans like that, but in reality, it was those creatures using the Creevix from the time agent vehicle for that.
Yeah.
And then you could create time machine. It created a bigger hole, and more of those Creevixes kept coming in.
There you go. Well explained.
Thank you.
Okay, now that Philip's up to speed with the story, we might be going with this cast. Well, opening thoughts.
But funny, like you said, this is the 11th story of the arc like that. But just listening to this by itself, it's a great start. But like right near the ending, I got a little bit confused because he kept flapping his mouth and explaining all this stuff like that. Oh, I sent this thing to my future self, my past self, my past. I said, whoa, wait a minute. I mean, it was bugging me up. I had to pause and listen to what he did to give himself the messages about the Creevix like that. He was yeah. So I'm like, this dude, man, can't just say a straight sentence, man. You gotta always, you know,
Tap around it with a word, yeah.
He always gotta round it up like that. I'm like, got me a little.
To be fair, that is the payoff of the whole 11 episode run. I mean, if you haven't listened to the previous parts, and you're gonna be like, what the?
Remember, we've only done 3 out of 11, so it's kind of, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But that's the only part that bugged me out was him explaining everything about that thing. But the story itself is not a bad concept because you had Nick Briggs doing the voice of the Creevix like that. Like you said, you got Generator doing a new character, which, you know, it never appeared on TV like that, which is pretty good. I mean, it's not a bad story by itself like that, so you gotta get props for that. But like you said, Graham, will she ever do another audio again? That's another story by itself.
Well, let's just say it might take more than cleaning the mics, but yeah, we'll see what happens there. You never know. You can never say never, I suppose. But
yeah. Tell James about it.
Well, there you go. Timbo, home enforcement.
I thought it was good. I think it's. I'm not so sure that it's the big payoff for an 11 episode run. I don't think it seems a bit simple. You know, I mean, as far as the big bad being just some giant invisible needles. Yeah. But I'd say this: Nick Briggs does I don't know what they did to his voice, but he sounds really scary. Yeah. I mean, it's really good the way he comes across. I mean, you don't even know it's Nick Briggs. Otherwise, I do think it's a very clever story. Philip's right. It does feel a little bit convoluted in some places. And William's also right that if you haven't listened to the previous 10 episodes, then you might be a little, why is he going on and on? But typically that's how the 11th Doctor is too. He's always just yap, 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 yap. I think Coleman does a really good job of impersonating him. Yeah. As well. So overall, it's a hit. I think it's a pretty good. I like the series in general. It seems like a celebration of the Companion Chronicles in a way that they were doing that year because of the 50th anniversary. So that's true. This is before they brought the Companion Chronicles back. So this was a good way to pay homage, so to speak. So why not? I probably agree with that. Right. Sue, what do you reckon? What were your thoughts?
Well, I enjoyed the timey-wiminess of it. I like the fact that I like the other actor who played the time agent and stuff. He was quite interesting.
The other actor played Chivers.
Chivers. He had a really good presence, and I like how he was, like they gave him a bit of a backstory with his mother and father. And
no, that was the time agent. That wasn't Chivers. You're getting confused.
Have I gotten confused as well?
Chivers is a professor. You're thinking of the time agent kid.
Yeah, well, the time agent, had a bit of a backstory. Mm-hmm. Oh, and then okay. I got confused about the voices. Sorry. But the time agent had a bit of a backstory, and then he did a thing, and then he did a thing at the end of it. And the professor was really cool because the professor looked like or sounded like he was being slightly manipulated by the Creevix, and like that was really interesting. And I liked how evil, I was just going to say how evil Nick Briggs sounded again. He finds a different voice. And he's got these different voices, and he writes it, or when he produces it, he does that, and it's beautiful. So,
they put him in a sound thing and twist a dial, but either way, fair thing. For me, I agree with the consensus of Tim and the guys. This is a good round. It's not the most exciting payoff to an Alvin box set, but it's still a good solid hour of entertaining audio adventure. Nick Briggs is absolutely sublime in this as the Creevix, and I don't know what it was about who played Chivers. Have you got a cast list in front of us?
Chivers.
I can't remember. He's one of the, he's from Black Orchid. Remember?
Yeah.
He's been in several Big Finish.
Yeah, you know what it was? I'm sitting listening to him halfway through the story, and there's times in this story he sounds a wee bit like Pertwee to me. And I'm going, I'm going, well, wait a minute. No, but maybe that was just me. But, I got wee bits of Pertwee vibes, especially when he's trying to convince himself. What do you mean? There's nothing there. No, you too, girl. I loved all the analogies, the pop cultural references, like, Alice in Wonderland, Through the Looking Glass, Marty McFly. Of course, it's also on Alice because she's a purveyor of factoids and not fiction. So that was quite neat. But yeah, all in all, not a bad tale at all. And yeah, Kenneth Coleman, nice Smithy impression throughout this thing. So good stuff. And with that, guys, any events or circumstances within this tale that stood out for you? Whoa, anything stand out, mate?
Well, you gotta give out the professor actually thought that his future self was sending the diagram to create the time machine. And of course, when the doctor and then of course this girl was starting seeing the crevice, Alice was starting seeing the crevice, he thought they was both going nuts. He didn't believe him. And then what also stood out was at the end, he realized that this doctor was the doctor he met before.
In the very first story.
With Susan at that. That's why he asked, which one unusual, he asked, how is Susan doing? And no answer came out of it. Like, that stood out pretty good there.
The actor that played Chivers is Michael Cochran.
Well, thanks for that, Phil. There you go.
Oh, he was famous. Was he the one that was in Ghostlight as well on the TV?
Yeah.
The
He's a Doctor Who veteran. He's in several Big Finish as well.
Okay, yeah.
There you go. Tim, anything for you, mate?
Well, I think I would point out that some incidents outside the story was that we almost didn't get this. Remember, the company Audio Go went bankrupt, and this was one of those half jobs that they did with Big Finish. And I guess since they did that with Big Finish, we ended up finally getting it. It was delayed or something. But that would have really sucked if we'd never gotten the last part to a story that had been building all year. You know what I mean? Because we did lose one BBC audiobook. It still hasn't been released because of that.
Unearthly Child. Yeah.
An Unearthly Child. Yeah. So it's just, we're lucky we got this, and I think, like I don't know. All I can say is all in all, I think it was a pretty nice series for that year. It was something to look forward to every month because it's a continuing thing.
Yeah.
As well as all the other releases.
I mean, as a guide, I would say, you get all the references to the 10 previous stories. You would get people getting thanked. My mate Ace, I was in the Babosphere, blah blah blah. Thank you, Perry. But
and two. Also, I'm sorry. For me, it was really thrilling. I mean, I was relatively new to Big Finish at the time, but it was really thrilling. They were finally getting to do some new series stories. This was the first occasion they got to do that. It was a couple of years later that they got the contract, but I mean, it was pretty cool that you were getting audios with the 9th, 10th, and 11th Doctors in them. So
this was the first of that lot. So, and they're still slowly but surely beginning to churn them out to this day.
That was Hunters of Earth.
Hunters of Earth, the first one. Yeah. And where Chivers was a young school kid losing his way. So yeah. What went for you, mate?
Because I was swayed by the story itself.
You're too busy with the Battle of Winterfell, weren't you, Phil? Yeah,
pretty much. But I do, like I said, what do you call it, the Creevix?
Creevix, yeah.
They come across as very believable protagonists in the story. But I don't know
how threatening a beetle could be. That's the only thing. Maybe if I did a better description. I mean,
yeah, true. But when we talk about the whole, the run as a whole, there are one or two really good standout stories as opposed to this one that we will probably go back to. But my personal favorite is the Stones or something. John Perry one. That was
okay, yeah, the introduction of everybody's favorite captain.
Yeah, that's right. That was my favorite one out of all of them.
We might get to that. I mean, we might get back in day one for 8 of these at one point. It was just to get some new Doctor stuff in. So okay. Right, Sue. Anything else for you?
Well, I did shed a tear when they went back and started the thing with Susan and stuff. The mention of Susan and the recollection of the first part of the Destiny of the Doctors. That was that brought a tear to my eye, Otherwise, it was it was a good story, and there wasn't a lot of other than the eating of the vortex and things like that that these creatures did. They filled the vortex. They not only like were, you know, deadly, but they would fill the vortex so that they wouldn't be able to fix the problem. That was interesting, and that was so. Yeah, those two items were pretty interesting to me.
Yes, to quote our friend Bortles from the Orville, entering glory hole. But yes, I would concur. The only thing I'd say is, as I say, the callback at the end was pretty good, but again, you need to pay attention. The whole Bob Dylan thing with the sort of trigger word for Chivers to remember who the Doctor was, that was pretty neat. And then by the end of it all, you have the Time Agent Kid showing up as the resolution hits, and he crash lands on the Creevix like the Wicked Witch of the East with the Wizard of Oz, you know, and basically
he lands on top of one of the...
Yeah, there you go, yeah. And no, it wasn't his sister, so yeah, there you go. So we'll see how that goes. But no, it's a good hour, mate, and it does a phenomenal job around the Northwest set. As I say, maybe we'll go back and we'll do 1 through 8 over time. I know Philip's particularly looking forward to the Aliens of London with Charlie Pollard, so we may have to go back and do that at one point.
Which the full title today is called The Vengeance of the Stones.
It's John Pertwee's favourite, yeah, okay. So there we go, guys. And if that, guys, open mic portion of the cast, anything else you want to bring up before we get this rated and Indy Cam?
Was there not another rumor at the time that they wanted, you know how each episode has an appearance of the 11th Doctor, that they wanted to actually get Smith in to do those bits, but that he was far too busy on the program.
Well, ironically, he could have knocked all them out in a couple of hours in a day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they could have done it.
I don't know if that was just fan rumor, if that was true.
Who knows? What a pity Dudman wasn't there about then. Oh well.
That's true.
Was unusual. It would be nice if Jenna Coleman could come back and do audio. She could come back as Alice again. I mean, she don't have to play, you know, the impossible companion. She could do Alice, you know.
No, I think she's more. Alice is more of a one-off. I'd rather see her with Capaldi.
Yeah,
that would be.
I agree with that.
Yeah, well, I mean, they could do beef, I suppose, if they ever got her in. But you know, I think.
Did she do a John Levine like filthiness and I don't want to do this palaver?
I don't know what to say about it.
I'm sure there was a disagreement with her.
I don't know the ins and outs of it, but apparently her experience from her point of view was less than favourable. That's all, you know. It could be it. She could have had an off day. She could have on her period. Who knows?
I never heard that.
Well.
I think the only reason they didn't include the Clara characters because they didn't know who she was yet when this was written. This was recorded in July.
No, I get that. Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
And as far as her having a bad experience, maybe she just doesn't like doing audio. I think she's only done one other one.
It could be that. What's the other one she's done? Do we know?
Yeah, she did that little. Have I got it? It's that little.
Kids Club.
Yeah, that's right. I can see the cover in my head, but I can't remember the title.
Garden. She did it for Audio Go as well.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
But there was,
you never know. She might come back. You know, who knows? But
Arthur and Karen have done a few.
Yeah. Good luck getting Karen Gillan for that Disney. Yeah.
No, Karen Gillan didn't do any. Arthur Darvill did.
Yeah, she did. She did some ones about a gallery in space with a crazy vortex thing. She did a few books. I don't know if she did it for
no, it's not for Finsh. It's for the books.
No, she didn't do any Doctor Who's. She's done her. Of course, Amy's in several of them, but Karen Gillan's never read any of them.
She did a few of them. Ring of Steel and all that. But
yes,
the Ring of Steel was her first one.
Ring of
She
Steel.
didn't read that.
Oh no, was she in the original one that Matt Smith did, the cowboy one? I think she was in.
I mean, the character of Amy's in there. That's not Karen. I'm never mind. Rough track here.
Yeah, I know we are, but Arthur Darvill read the majority.
Karen Gillan hasn't done any audio for BBC Doctor Who books.
She hasn't read
Look
it.
it up.
Well, there you go.
Okay, I will. Sorry.
A picture's on the cover doesn't mean she does them, so. But yeah. Anyway, as we've digressed, before we...
You can always edit this out.
No, you don't give a shit if you watch these anyway. As we've digressed, and we're all recovering from the Battle of Winterfell, it's that time again.
FYI, every OG needs a witness.
Ooh.
And that brings a whole new meaning to the phrase, here's mud in your eye. The Time Machine. Destiny of the Doctor, story number 11. Starring Jenna Coleman.
Did they, hang on, did they not put it on one more just to give it a round of 12?
It was a behind the scenes type thing, was it no?
Yeah.
No, I mean, after the fact of these Destiny of the Doctor, didn't they put on a Capaldi one or?
No, you're thinking
of the books.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Right.
No problem. It's Attack 13 one on there as well. So.
Yeah. I'll stick a War Doctor one in while we're at it, you know. What do you say then?
Because I know I listened to it twice, but I couldn't get my head around it. I'm going to give it a generous 7, just for the fact that it's...
I'm wrong, because you didn't have a fucking clue you were listening, eh? Well done, mate. Well, what say you, mate?
I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10. It's a good story because that last part got me a little bugged out. But I had luckily I reheard it to understood it better. So I give it an 8.5.
Excellent. Sue, what say you?
I'll give it 8 Susan Tears out of 10.
Okay. Timbo, what's the number for you go?
I'll give it a 9. I thought it was pretty good at the time, and I enjoyed listening to it again the day before yesterday. So there you go.
Coolly dokily, and I can cover well. I'll get an 8.5. Not a bad way to round off this set. And yeah, as I said, I like the pop cultural references and all that, so I got a wee kick out of that. Good stuff. And with that, done, dusted, finito, and indie can for this evening, folks. Join us, I guess, 2 weeks yesterday, as we went in an Omega Files on the Orville that Saturday. We will be tackling a First Doctor early adventure titled, Philip?
The Crash of the UK 201.
Oh my God, I remember the title. It's a Christmas miracle. Join us for that, folks. And we'll just finish Easter. And with that, guys, please check out our buddies in the wonderful wacky world of the YouTube. You get the guys and dolls that are geeks assembled. You get Dr. Freedom, his audio... Let me try that again, because Philip coughed on me. His Omega Files, The Adventures of Dr. Freedom and Eric. And we also have Sammy Carter, Johnny Blues, Mike Shannon, whenever online. Like, share, comment, subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down. We're getting hell on it here. It's time for whiskey. And look out, folks. 10 days till Netflix and Lucifer Season 4. We're getting the hell on it here, guys. And be seeing you.
Be seeing you.